live on an Ash Wednesday. It's actually the day of Mercury and so many more unbelievable energies. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, the first astrology god, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you had to see what I post in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Wow, has it been a roller coaster of day? Really? Yeah, have you seen my posts? Been all over the place. I saw that I couldn't pronounce that word and I forgot it. I have the memory. They had said that they were going to incorporate a 13th zodiac sign. And I said I came from the 13th realm, and this thing that popped up totally validated everything. And it just validates everything. I was thinking about that. Anytime I go through an enormous timeline jump or ascension, I get pulled farther away and I totally believe that nobody's ever going to get to where I am. Really? You just know that you no longer think like them, and nobody's ever going to get this. You just know, dude. You just know that you know stuff that they don't understand. They can't understand. Really? You're plagued with knowing. Really? Anyway, so I posted some dark shit about the fact that, truthfully, most of you will not ascend in this life. I ascend my whole flesh. I had a visual, I swear to God, it was last night. I had a couple conversations with God as I was laying there in bed. I had a visual of how my light body can lift my physical body to where I'm doing just as I said, not hovering, what is that called? Levitation. But then I can do it and I can do the transformation into my angelical self. Really? Yeah, I've seen it. What does that mean? That's full ascension, bro. That's what happened to Jesus. He ascended through his body. A couple weeks ago, I had a download on a Sunday that I saw that I was just ascending in my astral body, but I had transformed into my light body and was at the edge of the universe right there with my soul tribe. And I said it was the most unbelievable experience because I didn't know my light body could leave the body. Really? I was just using my astral body. So then recently I tapped into my angelic body and I'd been using that. So I saw this unbelievable ascension where I was able to, I didn't turn into the light body, but eventually I will. I'll start with nothing more than levitation. And that's disintegrating the reality of my 3D body right there. That's the ascension. And then I'll be able to shapeshift into my angelic form. Realistically, I've seen it. God said he couldn't give me back my wings because of such things. But if I'm not of the physical form, then so shall it be. Realistically, that's what I saw. I saw this cool thing about how the body ascends because I told everyone when I leave, my body literally turns into light, fragments of light that just like at the end of the Thor movie when Freya died, that's what happens. Or when Odin died, that's what happens. That's what happens when you ascend. Why? Because you're no longer part of the rebirth. There's no part of you left here. You've taken the whole human experience. You've taken the human body, the flesh with you. Really? You ascended and your spirit carried the flesh into the higher realms. It happens here. And some things that simplistic. You don't believe that. And that's what I posted. I was like, dude, people have been they've been sending star seeds for fucking millennia to try to teach people this. All of them. I sit here right now and I look at Dolores Cannon, who was here, the founder of that shit. She started with what? Hypnosis. She was a pioneer in hypnosis, which means she had the mind of a scientist. Once they leave that fucking construct, dude, they are now beyond, you know what I mean? The conscious mind. And that's why only scientists can achieve what I've done. How did I do it? The simple shit that you won't do. And I'm getting so angry about this. Every day I want to quit my job. Every day I go to sleep, I do not want to wake up and teach another person again. Really? I just have this fucking negative fucking perspective that none of you are capable of making any kind of sacrifices in your fucking lives. You are more and more falling into the storyboard. Really? Hmm. That happened. What else did I post? Today's Lent. So, this morning I'm walking around and I have a big black ash cross across my head. Some people know what it is, some people don't. And they're asking me what church I ran to get it done. Let me talk about what the cross is, what the Ash Wednesday is about, what that is. They're going to burn the holy herbs. And this is an anointing over your head for the journey into the darkness that you are about to take. So you don't need to run to the church for an anointing for something you're not about to do. But I had told them, I am the church. These are my herbs. I did the ceremony myself. Said after I take a baptism, I will go ahead and do another one for anyone that would like the blessing. And that's believing, not that I'm so powerful, but that I practice the powerful ceremony and that through me, you can receive, you know what I mean? God's blessings. That's up to them. And that's what I said. I offered it to one of the ladies right away as I was coming up the stairs. She asked me and I told her, it's like, all right, I will do this for you, but you need to do the part that it takes. I was like, this is a moment of sacrifice. You have to think real long and hard about something you love, and you're going to give that to God for the next 40 days. For God gave us his only child. Jesus went and gave and walked into the, like myself, he walked into the unknown for 40 days. And for 40 days, he was tempted by his flesh, or what they call as the devil, to not follow God's calling. But after that, all he could hear was God's calling. It took him 40 days to overcome his temptations. And that's what this is. Now, again, we do this before Easter because on Easter, he has risen. So now we are filled. We have done the sacrificial work to be one with Jesus. If you don't believe in any of that, then don't be part of any of that. You don't have to be a Catholic to do this. You don't have to be a Christian to do this. This is traditional. Again, if this isn't something you can do and you're not sure you could push that far, then traditionally speaking, you can start out like the Muslims and at least honor it from from when the sun comes up to the sun goes down. That's still an offering to the sun god who is God. Yeah. And that's how they do it. I'm just saying that's what this time is about. It's about a time of sacrifice. Sacrificing your desires, the things you love, the things you want, for something more, which is a connection with God. In essence, all he had to, what he was being tempted, what God asked him to do was walk away from his life and stay close to him and not give in and run back to that life. For I have great works for you. He told him to come there and to stay still. He does that to me all the fucking time. And not to give in to my ego, to my fears, to my pride, to my vanity, to my greed, to my lust. And he said that this morning. God said, you don't need to be sleeping with nobody that you don't want to have a baby with. He actually said that last night. He said, you're getting a little out of control. I was like, I get that. Such a dad conversation. He really said it. He said, do not lay with anyone that you don't want to get you pregnant because you are here to have my children. Good point. Realistically, nope. That means we can't even be fucking raw humping, dude. Seriously? Yep, God was pretty serious in my face about this shit. He said, it doesn't matter how turned on I am. If I don't want to be with you for the rest of my life, and I don't think you're worthy of having, helping me raise children, then I don't need to be bumping and grinding on you. Damn, right? God is so basic, isn't he? That's some basic shit. There went my hot girl summer. I was sure trying to do bump and grind, fucking twerk and all that shit. Not really. It's in me, but maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't do that with my life. Going back to Priestess, realistically, nah, it was funny. Really? He's like, you need to chill. And he just said it so simplistic. And I'm sure he tells guys that too. Bro, if you don't want to fucking end up with this bitch, you better not even fuck that bitch. Don't fuck that bitch. That's pretty much what he said to me, but we don't talk like that. He was having the father daughter talk. I hear you, father. Realistically, he wasn't going to let me, dude. He would have made me vomit on you or something. I would have got the heepy jeepies or something. The heepy jeepies. Realistically, he wouldn't give me the will. Really? No. No. God fucking rules my life, including my sex life. But don't think the whole universe won't be there to experience this with us. It's a universal experience. They've been waiting to see this since my creation. They have the memories of what I did before, fuckheads. All right, let's go into our 10-day energy. Oh, and then there was that. Fuck a tarot reader. I fucking hate tarot readers. Really? But you read tarot. No, I don't. I teach you divination. I'm not a tarot reader. I couldn't tell you shit about somebody else with those cards. I mean, I guess I could if I tried, but I never tried because I don't care. But they're made for you and me. Fuck them. Realistically, what happened? Steve's Love Tarot was playing, and I was listening to it, and he's all, somebody told me to try out a new deck for the DFs, and I said, okay. He's like, well, and then he pulled out one card, and it just happened to be, I don't even know what it was, to be honest. He's like, well, hell, that really worked. Somebody thank that person. Bro, why do you think I have so many different cards? Because they're all different energies. Not every tarot is the same energy. And I've shown that, at least Wolfman knows that. I have, we got these dark ones. Holy fucking moly, are those darker than, my love and light ones that I started with. I show you that each of these decks have a different energy. So if you keep pulling, like Wolfman, pulling on the same skin, you're going to get the same. Oh, God. Hold on. It's a little out of control, can't you see? You keep pulling the same cards, you're going to keep getting the same answers. Realistically, why do you think there's so many decks? But if that's the problem with these guys, they didn't take the time to read the books of the creator and what the creator was trying to get across in their particular message. Each card has the same meaning, but it doesn't. Each creator gave it more meaning. That goes back to, I'm seeing Spider-Man. How many fucking Spider-Mans or Batmans have we had over the years? Who's your favorite Batman? I'm seeing Val Kilmer. That's not my favorite. Really? No, my favorite's the first one, Michael Keaton. But who's your favorite? Is it Christian Bale? Who's your favorite? That's what I mean. So everybody has their preference of cards, but each of them tell a different story. So if you keep pulling, like Wolfman, the same meat for 2.5 years, you're going to keep getting the same meat loaf or hamburger helper in your case. That looks like turkey meat. It's a fucking turkey burger. You fucking turducken. Realistically, that's why I have to pull different cards because we're in different energy. Oh, there we go. Where's Krishna's energy? Really? Right now, I'm talking about the layers of energy. There's layers of time, and I shared that too. Have you guys ever seen that movie Men in Black? Like, bitch, you're old. I'm as old as dirt. I travel through time. I'm even from the future, losers. Anyways, what I'm saying is that movie, he showed one of those aliens like me that could just see time. And I told you that. If you sit next to me and shut the fuck up, I can show you time. Really? You'll see that same things, dude. What do you think I'm sitting there seeing all day? I'm seeing all kinds of shit play out in front of me, which I told you is time. And you're like, oh, what time is it? It's that time. Really? So where are we in time? We're right here. Who is she? What is this? Bestower of devotion. That's what we need to do. We're going to be devoted to our studies. You're like, guys, when I went into the church and God asked me to do a 40-day fast 13 years ago, I had just had a baby. And though it didn't make sense, I was desperate for God. My husband had just kidnapped my daughter. I had just lost everything. My brand new baby is in the hospital or just got out of the hospital. I need God more than anything in the world. And as I'm sitting here just in church listening to them, I can hear him telling me, I want you to do the traditional fast. I don't know if anybody really has, to be honest. There's a lot of things that I've done that I think other people have done, but I don't know. I don't know if even the popes are going to do it, bro. That's how much I don't know. But to do this, I promise you, I'm telling you, I was called to do it. And afterwards, I was filled with the Holy Spirit for the rest of my life. And that goes back to, they're called the prophetic gifts in the Mormon community. I had a high leader of the bishops or whatever he was of the Mormon community that I picked up at the airport and drove to a convention down south. And I told him right away, I implored him to pray to God before, as I was speaking to him for the truth in my words. And I tell him who I am, that I'm here for the divine feminine awakening, and I'm this, and I am this, and I am this. When I dropped him off, I'm getting his shit out of my trunk, and he shakes my hand. And he said, "My God says that you are true, and I wish you all of God's blessings on your journey." Right? And so what it is I was told later what it was called, and that's the gifts of the Holy Spirit, bro. You are literally going to be filled with God's Spirit. It's not like later when you start eating or drinking, it's going to go away. It will not. Once you obtain that spirit inside of you, it never goes away. But it does take time to get out of the way for the Spirit of God to do wonders and works inside of you. And it's simple things like sacrificing that I do every fucking Friday. You see that. What did I give up? We have to give up a part of us so that God can give us a better part. Really? We do this all the time, but this is what this is about. So this is the devotion to a tradition. Maybe you don't have to be. I'm not Catholic. Mother Cabrini is as close as I can get to Catholic, and I don't know shit about it. Really? Nope. But they praise Jesus, so amen. I make a lot of fucked up jokes about the Catholics, but it doesn't matter. This is about them giving us the power of devotion. Let's talk about it. Glory to you, Sabhandra, the bestower of Bhakti. Be kind to me, O ruler of the universe. Please bestow auspiciousness on all of us, the removal of illusions, worldly power and grace, blessings of devotion to Krishna. Now, as I spoke to you guys, Krishna is the same as Christ, is the same as Buddha. It's a devotion to God. Guys, yesterday we were honoring a Muslim tradition, a Chinese tradition, and a pagan moon tradition. Today we're honoring Catholics and Christians. We are honoring God, guys. I do the mostest over here, but it's not really, because every tradition honors God on different days. They have their honors. And to deny that, or just it's honorable to be part of that. When I sat with the Kuchan on the Colorado River, and they've brought in all of the tribal members of the South, and they're doing their ritual acts, and I'm being guided there as a witch to perform my ritual acts upon them and with them in the broad daylight, it was so inspiring to be part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't about cultural inappropriation. This is about a devotion to God and a devotion to the cultures that do this. You know what I mean? Each person, each culture has a belief in a God. And to deny them that, and at least the honesty of that they believe in God, even if it's not your God, that's what brings us together, is our belief in a higher power. So I'm no less a witch today as I am tomorrow, but that makes me no less Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, anything. To say you're one is to make yourself exclusive or to cut off. So in my title it says I'm a Christian pagan high priestess witch. That means I'm all of it. Any religion that's outside of Christianity is called pagan. Well, I'm a Christian, but I'm all pagan. But because I'm a priestess of all of this, which makes me a witch. And ultimately, a spiritual psychoanalyst. Ta-da! I know what I am. But that's what I want to point out here is you don't have to have been Muslim. And that's what's unusual, right? You'll see people that leave their traditional religions and are open and welcome to walk into the gates of Buddhism. They're welcome in other places. And why do they walk out of their church? Because their church closes the doors on their friends and family. So they go to a place where everyone is friends and family. The Christians are losing believers in Christ because of their rules and their regulations. And that's why the Catholics as well. It's not that we stop believing in Christ. We stop believing in your rules. Really? Mm-hmm. So traditionally, I don't know what the Muslims are doing this for. I really don't. I haven't got into that. But traditionally, this is all, having to do with Christ. Really? Yeah. But Easter itself is created on the first Sunday after the full moon of the spring equinox. So the actual the actual date of it follows the moon path too, which is a pagan ritual. Them burning the holy herbs, that's Jewish mysticism and pagan rituals. What are they burning? Jasmine, frankincense, and myrrh. Really? Yeah. What am I burning? Sage, frankincense, and myrrh. I actually added some Palo Santo, which is considered the holy wood. If I did that, I'd have to burn a whole forest because in every culture there's a holy tree. Really? Mm-hmm. So I added that to it. What else did I have? I added lavender because I don't have jasmine. And the energy this morning, it felt like I drank 6 cups of coffee and I did on my first sip. Was it that strong? It just influenced the already influence that's going on in the energy. That's what I was saying. I felt like I had too much coffee this morning, but that wasn't it. Really? Mm-hmm. So I added lavender to the blend. And that's what they do. They do the same things as I do, the sage burning and stuff. I shared something in my post of what the sage smoke indicates. Did you know that? No, but I do know that it be doing shit. I'll be sitting there 1 minute and it won't get off me, and then the next moment it's going straight in the door, and then sometimes it's going straight up, and I do see it split. So now I know what the smoke means when it does that. And that's it. Educate yourself. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, now you know. The question is, can I remember it? Who cares? I just do what I do. Really? Yeah. Blessings and devotion to God. Some way. Give up something. Bring yourself closer to God. Really? I'm about as close as they can get, let me tell you. You want to know the big guy? This is what you got to do. Realistically, yeah. And that explains how I can go from my astral body, which is my spirit self, to my angelic body, to my light body. Because you have your 3D body. This is the moon, so that would be your spirit self. That's, I told you, your astral, the etherical body, right? And then once you get up here, you're your light body. 5th dimension, you're part of the light. You can travel through your light body. But right here in your angelic being, you got your spirit, and then these are your angels and your archangels, right? So once you get up right here, now you're in your angelic form. Really? I've been fucking around in this form for a long time. I get up here, but I do it from this form. But that's not what happened. I'm seeing myself transform into my angelic being, and then I'll eventually pull into the light and just disintegrate. Really? Can you wait? Can you believe it? I started to see how I would do the levitation in small places. Just lift myself over crowds and then do it in the stadiums. You know what I mean? But I saw this where I can lift myself and literally transform into my angelic self. That will scare the shit out of you. That will scare the shit out of humanity. Really? Oh, that's great. Wait till you see me. I'm enormous. Bigger than life. Really? No, I'm not bigger than God. Okay, let's move on. So that's our Krishna energy. We usually do the Egyptian energy first, but my cards are we're a little off. So now I'm going to do the same thing with the Odin. Odin runs 9 realms of energy. Again, I just told you I'm from the 13th. So we're going to see which of the 9 realms is leaking into our 3D reality. What are you bestowing upon us, the All-Father? Let's see what he got. Oh, that's a pretty card. It says Khan, like Kanyen back there. Really? That's how it's spelled. Some people spell it Q. It's so weird. Why? Because these are translations of languages that we don't speak, that's not written in our language. So when you go back to the Kabbalah, it can be translated in a Q, depending on, it was probably European, just kidding, or a K. So when we go back to Kanyen, it's either a Q or a K. It's how you pronounce it. So then we have to write it how it sounds, and we have to put the letters to how it sounds. But that's not how you write Khan. According to runes, it's that. That's the letter. And that letter is a symbol, just like the cross, just like the Star of David, just like the pentagram. So even though it's a letter, it has meaning. It's more than a letter. And that's what I was talking about tarot. Tarot, all the tarot have the same pictures. All of our Nine of Swords is going to say the same thing. But the message that each of us deliver isn't the same. Really? Not. I can pull it out. I can pull out all my guidebooks for all my tarot. I got like 5 different tarot, and they all have the same underlining message, but different layers to this shit. And that's what church is about. It's the same fucking story over and over. Everybody's account of the works of Jesus, which we need to get back to that book of Acts. We're going to read a page of that every day. Really? The Acts of the Prophets. We are the walking prophets. We're here to prophesize the new world, speak of it, and create it. Oh, damn. And then I had this moment with the fucking staff this morning. It was weird. I don't know. It was like the staff. It was the change of staff. So the night staff was there and the day staff. And I'm preaching at them. You guys need to go home and dream again. You gave up your dreams for a paycheck. You have no dreams. You don't believe in anything. You're going to die like this. This is not where you want to die. This is just a job. If you don't show your children that you can achieve something that nobody else believes, then they're going to look to other people to do that. Show your kids that you can dream. Be an inventor. Show them creativity. Show them that you're different, that you do something outside of your job. Everybody gave up their dreams. When you were a kid, you wanted to be something. And I had this whole speech with them at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, bitches. I'm like full of it. You just want to wake up preaching that mother. No, it just needed to come out. What were you dreaming? I guess that's what I came back with. And I'm like, when you were a kid, you wanted to grow up and be something. But you gave that up. Your parents told you to, or reality told you that you can't make no money doing that, and there's no respect, and people can't do that. You got to get a job. And you became desperate, and you took any job. And you'll stick with that job just so you could pay your bills. But that's not what you came in here as. You weren't desperate when you got here. You were excited, and you had hopes, and you had dreams, and your parents and society squashed them. You have to show kids that they can dream. Stop taking away their dreams. There are inventors, there are creators, there are inspirers. If you keep fucking patterning these bastards and telling them what's right and wrong, then they'll never have a mind of their own. And that's what I posted. What's wrong with you? Somebody told you how to think, and now you can't think for yourself. And anytime you do, you feel terrible and you won't share those thoughts. You're useless, bro. We need these great thinkers. We need the big minds, the people that think outside of the box, that have ideas of something new instead of, you know what I mean, something old. As I say this, I can see Russ. He's so angry. You are so filthy fucking greedy about this. You wish. Russ, I promise on everything I love, as God is my witness, if you come to me, I will give you divine creativity. Not one and done. I will give you. I will access it to you. I got to touch you. But let me touch your freaking sacral. Not your balls. It's in your back. I will activate you so you can have inspiration and you don't have to steal it from someone else. If you want it, you put your fucking pride down, you leave your girlfriend at home, and you face me. And I will give it to you freely. And no, I'm not going to slap you. Probably don't do that on a Monday, though. I might be more likely to do it. I'll give it to you, Russ. You want it? I'll give it to you. What is it? Your chakra's blocked, stupid. It's not something that's in me. What do I need to do? Send a bolt of electricity through you? Shock the shit out of your fucking chakras? You know what I mean? Stand clear. Realistically, I promise. Are you ticklish? You're going to love this. You want it. Same thing as fucking Wolfman. He wanted vision. Fine, come here. I'm done. I'm done doing this. You're working too hard for this. Come to me. I will give you the vision. It's all you want is the vision. You want to see the shit? Fine. You can see the shit. What are you going to do when that's all the shit you can see? Fine. Come to me. Bobby, he wants to get laid. All right. You want to come? Come for me. Come for me. I'm tired of the manipulation. You want it? I'll give it to you. What does it take? You to put your fucking pride down? I don't give a shit. I'm not holding out creativity. What am I supposed to do with all this? Realistically, I mean, I'm a creative powerhouse. Where does it come from? My solar plexus. I mean, my sacral. You know that energy of creativity that most people use in sexual nature. I don't have a sexual nature, so it just comes out. I'm just a massive fucking creative powerhouse. I'm not creating babies. I'm creating fucking realities off of just visions. He sits there all day. He has no creative fucking inspiration. He's looking for inspiration. Dig deep, dickhead. It's inside of you. Come here. Where is it? It's 2 inches below your belly button. Are you gonna let me that close to you? Is your girlfriend okay with that? Any guy that I touch 2 inches below his belly button is gonna get real inspired. What are you gonna do with that? No, I don't want that. Flow the energy up, not out, up. Pull the energy up. So then what do we gotta do? We gotta work it up. Can I touch you again? Where now? Your solar plexus. Can we talk about your confidence? Okay, let's keep moving up. Come on, let me come massage you. Realistically, I mean, seriously. It was similar to what I had to do with fucking Kanye. I told you. I gotta fucking air out his teepee. You're not gonna like this when I touch his head. All kinds of shit is gonna come out of him. I didn't need to go from the bottom. I need to go from the top. He put all kinds of shit in his head. Yeah, it's all fucked up. We need to clear all that out. Yours, it's all in your groins, bro. It starts in your reality and works up. You don't even have a thought. That's what's wrong with someone like Russ. I could slap the shit out of his head. He wouldn't feel shit. It's like poking a dick in his head. He don't see shit. I'll give it to you, Russ. Come on. You're going to have to stop the stupid album you're working on now, though. You have to give up what you worked so hard for. I promise you it's not going to be as inspiring as me. Nothing is. Realistically, I'm just saying that. I don't know where we started with this whole situation. I really don't. How we got to Russ and let me touch you. As I'm over here trying to control my... He's like the least thing I'm going to make babies with. I'm not. Russ, you couldn't turn me on if you tried. Talk about the Antichrist. Anything that comes from you is Antichrist. Lilith and Lucifer have the Antichrist. It's only because of him. He doesn't believe in God. I believe in God. They're not going to let you have no babies, bro. You don't believe in God. They don't want no godless babies on this planet. Oh, that was a good joke. I had fun. I didn't even have to touch you to do it. Just the thought of it was funny. Did you see Russ trying not to laugh while he pulled up his shirt? No, don't overthink it. I was just going to have you sit down and I was going to touch you back, bro. That's what I did to Bobby. I said, Bobby, can I mess with your chakras? So I reached behind his back. Seriously? No. But the same effect happened when I gave Brian a big fat hug. Our hearts were connected, our higher hearts. It was exciting. Really heartfelt energy. I needed it. We're doing a heart exchange real quick. Really, it's the best hug of my life. Any longer, I could have wet my panties. That was a good hug. Just kidding. I was totally exaggerating that. It could have been. That's what happened when I hugged Bobby. I had all these weird feelings in my stomach. I was pretty sure, I was like, maybe my body remembers something. It really is what that is. Really, yeah. I'm just going back to it. I don't know where we talked about your creative energy. Let me find this. Fire, torch, opening. Khan is the rune of opening. It is the flame of illumination. You have passed through the darkness and are free to give and receive from a place of unconditional love. Ha ha! I hold the flame, which is basically just the light in the dark. I'm still here, still on hell and earth. Now I have the power of what? To tell you how to get through it. I can't walk you. You got to go find your own flame. Flamer. Flamer, flame. Is that you, twin flames? Really? I can hold the light for you, but you got to find your own way. Really? Mm-hmm. The flame of Khan represents a vast opening of internal knowledge that you are free to access. I don't need this much access. Really? I have all access pass to the universe. Do you want to go with me? We don't really have to leave our. Sounds like lyrics to a song. All right. Partnership and marriages are blessed with deeper understanding because both parties are now open to new beginnings. Holy moly. That's what Steve Lowe's tarot was trying to say. Who are we having a new beginning with? Is it you, Wolfman? Actually, you want to have a beginning? Because I'm over there trying to begin something with Russ. I'm open for new beginnings. Just don't be the same old same hoe. I leave your hoe at home. I'm sorry I talk so badly about her, but I really don't respect her. I apologize for, how bad that hurts your ego. But, you should maybe take that into consideration that your girl has a fucking sweaty ass crotch that she's just putting down on everybody's fucking designer fucking stuff. This is nothing new. I've never respected this little girl. I tried to help her to, grow up a little bit, but she's not my problem. She has her own mother. Motherfucker. You guys are so fucking lost. You guys have serious mommy issues, bro. Realistically, no wonder they brought the Mother of Darkness over to you. I feel like your mommy dearests have been fine with you. Why do you need my love? Oh man, her mom, her bucktooth ass mom, bitch ass. I can't work with you. I don't even like your ancestors. Moving on. The flame of Kanyan represents a vast opening of internal knowledge that you are free to access. Partnerships, yeah. We're gonna start new beginnings. I don't know, whatever. If you want to, don't come on. All you cannot do is what you cannot do is be the same old same hoe. Really, you're a same old same hoe. Oh God, now I see tree. No, bro, I don't want to begin shit with you. Such a cunt ass. Oh, come on, God. There's gotta be some better people in this fucking world. God runs my life. Oh my God. Khan is the torch that shines brightly in the corners where once there was darkness. Let all aspects of your life be illuminated by the sacred flame. Mark Stavi on page 116. Ew. You do this all the time. I can't control myself, bro. What'd you see? I saw this. I was like, does that say GIMP? And then I thought of fucking Lewis. And I called him the GIMP in the box. Oh, hey, speaks of partnership and marriage. Maybe we'll get there one day. God said that's the only way I'm getting laid. Son of a bitch. That was the original plan. I don't know how I detoured from that. Thought I was going to go a little wild. Where did that come from? I don't know. It was fun while it lasted. The idea was fun. Obviously an illusion. That's what they said. If you draw this card reversed, it suggests that the flame is going out. You are in danger of extinguishing a relationship, marriage, or business opportunity. I think I pissed all over Bobby in that twin flame situation. Where are you supposed to go from here? Back to your fucking wife, bro. I'm never going to do this again with you. God may, but I don't. I'll sit in front of you with no intentions of nothing, bro. If this is what I got to do, I got to go to this training course. Your training course. Realistically, I've realized it. I'm never going to do this again with you, dude. I'm never going to believe in you. Who should? I've seen every layer of your fucking true being. And it's not to say that, anybody's a better being out here. I'm just saying you ain't got it, dude. I'm not dealing with a coward. All of that shit could be fixed. A limp dick could be fixed. All your emotional issues could be fixed. Your job and your problems could be fixed, but not by me. That's you, bro. I'm not doing it. I did everything and I feel like I won. Did I ever want this? Only in my heart, bro. Since the day you came into my life, I've been trying to get you and this whole situation done. Be done with it. There's no way, bro. There's no way in this reality that you're going to fucking, as Adam, leave that fucking cunt ass and your foul ass fucking kids and come be with Lilith. All you're here to do is to teach me what I didn't learn all that time. Time will stay the way it was. It was destined to be. We can't erase time. You and your fucking wife cursed your fucking mankind for the rest of time. All I'm here to do is clean up my time and watch the end of mankind. It was all in the books. There's no change. Where in the books does it say Lilith saves Adam and his descendants? Bullshit, bro. Bullshit, bro. I've seen this since the beginning. I knew what this was. You were just my karma. I'm going to have to relive this until I learn this. Not to keep giving in to Adam. And to leave Adam and Eve alone and let God handle them. But as Lilith and Lucifer love to deal with, you know what I mean, to take their power out on mankind, have I ever? No. And all those messages of, you feel unworthy, you are. You are by your actions. And to say that Russ is any more worthy or any of you, no. You're unworthy of a good woman at basic flesh value. You don't have what it takes to meet a woman's needs. And you run around here as a princess, fucking auditioning women all day to fucking cook and clean and suck you, fuck you, and nothing. And the least you can offer is possibly a fucking paycheck. No wonder they're riding you for fucking, you know what I mean? That's all you got. All you can do is get them a fit and get their nails done and feed them. That's literally that's all you have to offer. I'm going real on this. I've always wanted to figure out what it took to end this. I never believed in you, Bobby. I believed in God. I never believed you had what it took. So much that I had to stand up and be the man that you weren't and say, I'll go tell your wife how much I love you, because you can't. That was when it was over, when there was nothing else to hide anymore, when I didn't have to hide it from the world, from myself, from my children, nor your wife. You keep running and hiding from whatever the fuck we had. And that's where it ended. Because you didn't want to face it, and you didn't want to acknowledge it, and you didn't want to act in it. Because it was wrong. Well, fine. I'm serious, bro. It said it was going to happen. Irreparable damage. I went for the kill on this one. I don't want you to ever fucking come and call me and get me excited again. And you know it happens. Every fucking time you call me, I turn into this hopeful bitch. For what? Who the fuck hopes for you? You're a fucking liar. You're a pathetic liar, dude. You are never going to change your life. You have no inspiration. You do this all for $1 amount so that they can be fed. This bitch is fed over here. Matter of fact, I'm not even eating. So you can't even offer me that. It never made sense to me, and I hated this from the beginning. Why would I love such a pathetic human being? You have nothing but God's love. Going back to Wolfman, I'm not going to say that you're this pathetic, but you have no power. Your power is God's love. That he wants, you know what I mean? He loves you so much that he's going to love you through me. That's your power, is being loved by God, being chosen by God. But forever, I tried to figure it out. Why would I love a man like you? Why am I in love with you? Why do I want to be with you? Why would I think that this is, and there's no why, because my mind doesn't believe any of this shit. You're not physically fucking attractive. You're not fit. You're not emotionally sound. You can't have a conversation. You're completely the opposite of what I am. You're a shut in, quiet, you know what I mean, victim of whatever. I don't even know who you are, bro, to be honest. But everything I've seen, the more I see, the more I don't want. It's just pity all the fucking time. And I look at it as like God just uses you for me to have an experience. What the fuck did I get out of that? You'll come and rub my ego and then disappear for weeks at a time. Do you want to explain where you went psychotic on Valentine's Day? You showed up in my DMs finally after fucking weeks on Valentine's Day to leave it seen. And then you post some weird shit, and then in the middle of the day you block me. Do you want to explain your psychotic behaviors to yourself at least? Because I don't care. And what did I tell you? You look really skinny, a lot thinner than last time. Do you want to explain how you're losing weight like that? You're spiraling, bro. And God sent me to get you out of it, and all you did was hold on. Through your spiral, I was able to spiral back into my memories and fix it, but I'm not going in there, bro. And I can't even say that I'd feel safe. In the beginning, I had this idea, right? You just leave your life and just pack up and come start staying over at my house. I don't think that I could even feel comfortable with that, knowing what I know about you now. I said that from the beginning. There's no trust. You're conniving and devious, and that's fine. Why can I deal with something like this? Oh, takes one to know one. I'm a goddess of hell. I don't have a problem with demons. Really? Their demons play well with mine usually, if you haven't noticed. But I'm serious. Where the fuck? How are you going to come back at me? You're going to offer me some limp dick? That's what you tried to say to me in the car. That's what you tried to say. You said, "Oh, I'm going to do all this." And I said, "No, you're not. Just say you're going to do your best and we'll leave it at that." So I go to my friends and I ask them, "Why? This is my first experience. Why? Wasn't he hard? What was wrong with him?" And they all have reasons because they've all dealt with this shit before. I have no idea what's going on here. I have no idea what's wrong with you. And Lord forbid I ask. Or Lord forbid I'm not excited about this and I'm very turned off by this and this isn't exactly what I thought was going to happen. And then when it does, it's done. And you're running home. And I don't even understand what happened. Can you imagine the waste I felt? I waited for this for years. And that was it. Because you were in such a hurry to get back home to your bullshit. Which you manipulated me. You lied to me. Multiple times. Do you know how many times he's done this? Too many. And he does it all the time. Oh, we're going to do that. You know, he's like a fucking dude. He's that father that says he's going to pick you up on the weekend and turns off his phone. Really? I wonder what kind of father he is at home. No, I don't. He's not going to father my kids. He doesn't have it in him. And that's probably why he was running around saying you got a vasectomy. He just couldn't get it up. You couldn't push it in far enough to make a baby. Something is wrong with you because that wasn't a problem before. We were able to have sex before. You want to explain what happened to you? And if that's all I don't care what you think, bro. If that's all our relationship was, and then you can't perform in that particular area, what the fuck are we doing? You can't be my friend. You can't be my boyfriend. You can't be anything. You're supposed to be just someone that I can have sex with. And you can't even do that. So where the fuck are you in my life? I didn't ask you to pay bills. You can't be at any of my full moon ceremonies. You can't go Christmas shopping. We can't go out to lunch. There's no movies. There's nothing. All we can do is fuck. So I call you to fuck, and this is what the fuck I get? What the fuck, bro? And then they send me Wolfman. They knew you were going to fall short of your calling because you deny your feelings. He couldn't give into the feeling of wanting to come fuck on fucking Valentine's Day. So what did he do? He blocked me. He blocked me, but what he did is he blocked his own feelings. And by doing it, he cut them off. You're never going to feel like this again. Keep those memories and hold on to them every time you step in the bathroom. I'm serious. Can you imagine my surprise? And so when fucking these tarot readers start coming out with these new beginnings, okay, anyone but that one. There's no way we can recover this. There's no magical stick that you wake up the next day and you don't got all your same fucking issues, patterns, behaviors, routines, and problems. There's no reality where this is changed tomorrow. You could tell your bitch today, but you're still the same douche tomorrow. You standing up to her doesn't change you. Not maybe a little, but not the rest of you that's wrong with you. And that's why we do this every week, because it takes increments. It's going to take, we can't build a palace in one day. This is a fucking marathon of fucking, you know what I mean, changing who we are and what's wrong with us. I didn't change my sexual preference and behavior. I didn't even start to tap into my sexual energy without 3 years of fucking intense, you know what I mean, psychological fucking healing to get to this place where I could be sexual again. So you yourself have a lot of intense psychological healing. And that goes to any one of you men that can't look down and just get it up when you need it. It's a lack of fucking, and that's back to your sacral. This is a lack of your expression. And that goes to your solar plexus. There's no light, the sun, there's no light pushing down your chakras. You have no sense of confidence that's making you sexually active. Where's that come from? You don't feel good about your body? You have body insecurities, men? Or did somebody say something to you about your dick movements? I don't think men know how to fuck to begin with. I think they learn. And it's not supposed to be all that aggressive riding. It was never supposed to be all of that. You know what I mean? But strokes of love is what they're kind of saying like this. So all of this, we will not deal with an unsexual satisfying relationship. Not the women, not the men in my community. It is, and that's what I mean. It's like if I didn't honor the fact that you're you're not sexually satisfied, I wouldn't even be fucking with you. I honor that there's something wrong. But now I realize it's you, not the person fucking you. And that's typically the issue. And you're just another pattern of this shit. I have to watch myself because I was sick when I brought you in, which means you were on my level. As I started going through my sicknesses, I brought in more that were on that sickness. I have to remember that you are still on that level of sickness that I was, and that's why we connected. Bobby is as sick as I was when I started this, and only because he was so sick would he mess with a sick girl like that. I kept saying that nobody would be so desperate, but clearly he is, and if he'll sink that low, how low will he go? For a few minutes of pleasure that allows him to escape his sad reality. It's not limited to sex. He's doing it with alcohol. And again, he showed up at my house. We were supposed to hang out, and he shows up with a bag full of mushrooms as if we're going to trip all night. You don't even have all night. What the fuck is this? I don't know why he had them, but a mushroom is not a quick trip. Taking mushrooms is like, hours. You're going to trip for hours. And so he's just, and I'm like, where'd that come from? Someone gave him to me. And you just happened to bring them to me, or you thought you needed to do drugs to be with me? It was all weird. The whole thing was just weird, and it just got weirder and weirder each time. Last time I saw him was just to talk. And then he just showed up, and he was, straight off of work. And I just gave him a hug, and that's all we did was just hug. And then he ran home to his wife, and I never heard from him again. It's like, I think I just got love bombed, but because I'd never experienced the closeness of being in his arms or anyone's, and, that, I'd never experienced it, so I was grateful for it. But then I'm sitting there like, the fuck? Like, you're just a doll, that a piece of meat that they fed me, and then you go back home? It was really confusing. I didn't want to deal with him. You saw me the video before. I was crying. And then they bring me, and all we do is hug and kiss, and then he leaves, and I never hear from him again. You can see why I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore, bro. And it's making it almost terrible for the next man. Like, if you fucking, it's turning into some Jeffrey Dahmer type shit. Like, I'm so used to them leaving me the next morning. He always leaves. He always leaves me. He always leaves me. He abandons me every time I see him. You're a sicko, bro. And I've pointed that out. Just don't do this again. You always do this and it triggers me. Don't do this. Fucking loser. He knows it hurts me and he can't stop himself from doing it. Because he's sick. It's his sickness that makes him do that. And he's fully aware that he's hurting someone when he does it and doesn't care. I tell him straight to his face, you ready to cheat on your wife again? He doesn't care. I don't think he cares what she would say. He doesn't care about anyone's feelings, and that's because he's so devout of his own. He can't acknowledge his own hurt feelings, so why would he acknowledge that you're hurt? And that is exactly the mirror of myself. I hate twin flames. Is there anything good that comes out of this other than my healing? Will any of them ever work? I prayed for you, Wolfman, before you got here. I thought you were going to break me out of this. I didn't think you were another fucking version of me, another unhealed version of me. All I've ever tried to do is end these relationships so I could just be free of them. I hate it. I didn't fall in love with any of them. And God won't let me stop loving them. But I fucking hate them. I hate this fucking journey so much. But I have to do it. It's like fucking chemo. I have to do it to feel better. And I don't want to do this. I always have this fairy tale that some other guy will come in and make this all go away. And I can finally forget them. Never have to look at them again. You're nothing but a reminder of a sick me. Because you're a sick me. A very sick me. Marshall, Lewis, Ellie, Russ, Bobby, NF, Wolfman, Tree, Bruno. Why can't I have some healthy friends? You were there in my sickest hour because you were sick like me, but now that I'm not sick like you, I'm just surrounded by sick people. I see Jesus. I get it. I'm not getting down with the sickness. A true twin flame, a real twin flame that's ever been on this journey, will tell you how much they hate it. How they've prayed to God to make it go away. This isn't a relationship with a person. This is a relationship with karma. That person isn't even really there, especially not mentally. And all I've ever wanted to do since this started was figure it out and be done with it so I can move on with my life. Stop caring about people that don't care about me. I hate the twin flame journey. It made me what I am, but I hate it. It's like being you know what I mean? Being a stone cold killer. You later in life, you're this amazing top price assassin for the government. But in the end, you're like, I fucking hate the military. It's like the military made you. I don't give a fuck. Fuck the military. At that point, you're your own fucking military. Lily, oh man, I hate the twin flame journey. It's a shit fest. Love and light. You guys are fucking pathetic. These bitches own some la la land about some fucking douchebag. You're an idiot. Really? I mean, go ahead. Keep thinking that way. Moving on. Death of any kind needs our awareness, for it is only a passage of another state of being, whether this is your personal life or your community. Let Khan illuminate the darkness. I'm almost out of here. This will all be a memory in a couple weeks' time. It's getting drowned out, though. Really? Well, I didn't get my form again today. I'm bothered by that, but I can't force anything to happen. God's dragging it out for good reason, I suppose. I don't know. Whatever. Legalities is what I heard. Fair enough. Wow. It's either new it's the new beginning ends with the or comes with the ending. You have to understand this. The card said about new beginnings. You know what I mean? Partnerships and marriages blessed with a deeper understanding because both parties are now open to new beginnings. The only way that happens is for the ending, for the old shit to end. But you can't, and that's what it goes back to these tarot readers. It doesn't matter what card you pull out, bro. It's always going to be you in the card. Your stupid stories and your stupid, you know what I mean, interpretation, because it's you. Doesn't matter. You're wherever you go, it's just you. I don't know. You're still you. I'm not still me. That's the difference. You're still trying to get someone to accept you for the child that you are. Whatever. I'm moving on. Nothing like a good cry to fuck up my day. It's very relaxing. Seriously? I have not wanted to. You don't understand, guys. It's been a nightmare. I had all these feelings for a person I couldn't have. So I did everything to make it go away. I ran away. I did everything. Only to fucking finally give in. To still have a person, you know what I mean? To love a person I can't have. I'll do anything to love a person I can. But that's how I need to learn this, is that I won't do anything. I'm not desperate. That was the whole point, is you reestablish your boundaries. You deal with the unthinkable until you start thinking differently. It shows you your patterns. You will sink to such levels. It shows your unhealthy love patterns of what you do when you're in love and how far you'll go. And it's enlightening, but at the same time it's frightening. And you need to fine tune this shit. Before I used to tolerate this type of shit, but I will not. And that's where it is the growth is between this person. You know what I mean? Through this person, you reestablish yourself. You lose yourself. You go into your patterns. You treat this person like every relationship, only so you can reevaluate it. None of it will work. It's made not to. Why? Because none of that shit should be. Those patterns are just unhealthy to begin with because they're conditioned. You're conditioning your love, and this is how you give it. And so you see that this is how you give, and this is how you pursue love. And you start to see your patterns and your limitations, your restrictions. Well, when they do this, I never text before this, and it's breaking down your ego and your structures and your rules to how to love. And it becomes more and more unconditional. I would never do this with another motherfucker, but I'm gonna let you do, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. God makes you break it down so you can understand the breakage, but also so that you can rebuild a firmer foundation. Meaning he makes you break your boundaries if you ever had any. He makes you go beyond your limits, only to later realize that you could cross that limit, you know what I mean, in the name of love, but you're not going to cross it every time. And that you were able to cross that limit, which is I never could forgive a motherfucker for some shit like this. I can't believe I'm forgiving you for this. And that's where it is. It's like, Wolfman, before you, I talk all kinds of shit and I never stop talking shit. But for you, I'm gonna act a little bit different. And that's where it is you become aware of it. I didn't even become aware of my man eating, you know what I mean, mentality until I get to him and try to eat him up and he's too big to bite on. Really? Should point out something to the rest of you boys. What is it about him? It's an energy. Does he have more money than you? Is he better looking than you? Is he better at the cards than me? It's an assertive energy. Did it come from the military? No, it came from himself. A certain level of his own self-awareness, having respect for himself, having confidence in himself, believing himself. A little bit of that is a little too illusional and he becomes a little self-imposed. But for the essence, in complete opposite of the spectrum where we got Bobby that doesn't have any sense of self, and then you have a self-indulgent douche, and that's where it is. We got Mars here. We got the Scorpio, which is the all passive water sign. And then we got fucking Aries, the all actionable fucking, you know what I mean? Fire sign. Can you mix your fire and your water? Can you mix your emotions and take action in your emotions? Or every time you're faced with your emotions, you are frozen. You can't take action. That's what Mars energy is. Where are you at? Today is currently Mercury, but that's what Mars is. In order to get past this planet in your chart, you have to be able to harness the two energies. To get over to me, you got to be able to harness, and that's what these are actions. You have to be able to harness your moon, which is what? What signs are ruled by moon? Cancer and what? I can't remember. Gemini, something like that. The passive signs are ruled by the moon. You have to be able to harness those two signs in your astrological chart. Okay. Then you got to move into your heart. What planets are ruled by by Venus? Well, Libra. And I think there's another one. And that means you have to be able to balance your heart. Mercury. That's Gemini. The two parts. Can you balance your communications? All right. Then we move up to Mars, which is taking action and direction. Can you balance your action with your emotions? Okay. Then we move over to Jupiter. Can you expand and take this adventure with optimism? And that's Pisces and Sagittarius. Then we get up into Saturn, which is pushing limitations, the Kether, which is Pluto, which is letting things die, and being inspired into new beginnings in Neptune. Really? Mm-hmm. You have to be able to do this within yourself. And it's harnessing your own elements, which is your thoughts, your willpower, your emotions, and your reality. And doing all of that with your soul. And not just, you know what I mean, being wandering through the woods. All right, let's close this up with our next card. Celebration and merriment. Well, that's what they all said. New beginnings. If you take away the fact that, that didn't work and the crying, it was all good, right? Because we had devotion and worldly power. We had new beginnings, and then we had this one. Ew, the next one doesn't look too good. Next 10 days after this don't look too good for you. What are we going to be sad about? I don't know. It's going to be a sad energy. That's what it is. Don't be sad. It's in the energy. Be sad. Really? Yeah. Anyways, where are we at? Celebration and merriment. I told you. They just be, yeah. Anyways, let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. All right, what page are we on? There's some comments. Hi. Hello. Hi, Priestess. Okay, hi. Let's see. This is said med, the horn, the sheep. You need copper and gold. Okay? Celebration and merriment. The horn is a call for celebration and happiness. If you are currently in dark times, it suggests that good fortune is right around the corner. It's exactly what they just said, too. Go back to that. Where was that fucking card? Really? Oh, God, I went to Loki again. There's a cheat and a lie around us. It's been in the energy. I told you that this weekend. Oh, God, I'll kill that motherfucker. What was this again? You have passed through the darkness and free to give up and receive from a place of unconditional love. Ta-da! We are now exiting the dark soul. Really? I felt like I just entered. Depending on the surrounding cards in a reading, it could also be an invitation to look at an existing situation from a different perspective. Uh-oh. Happiness is where you find it, and you can always make a choice to be happy, even if your circumstances are not exactly what you would like them to be. As I was reading that, it's like, you can't even pay my bills, bro. Even if that's something that a man is supposed to do. You were in so fucking deep. How could you can't be anything for me. You can't help me. You can't love me. You can't hold me. You can't talk to me. You can't anything with me. Quit bothering me. You can't take me out on a date for the simple reason of all the reasons you can't do it. But then let's talk about finances, which you always want to talk about. You can't afford me, and I don't cost nothing. But Lord forbid. Do you realize how useless you've made yourself in this life? If I left my wife, I'd lose everything. That's what you need to do, and that's why God came, because you never had anything to begin with. You're holding on to something that doesn't exist. You need to stay at Club Med or something. I'm just saying. It doesn't matter. You don't understand. You could spend a week with me and then you'll still be you. You'll just put it on. You don't understand how this works. I've been doing this for fucking years. The pattern tries to put itself back on. The ego tries to put itself back on. It always tries to reestablish itself back where it was. It's always trying to crawl back to its own little hole. You could spend a whole week on. We could take off on a trip and come back. But when we come back, you would be the same person. You would go back to your routines. You would go back to your behaviors because that's who you are. There's no change in what you know what I mean? That takes so much self-discipline to not go back to what you were. And that's what it is little by little we change what we are so that we're not that anymore. I don't have the same patterns. But, it's often abandoned. I think that's in the Tower card. It talks about that. You can't run away from me and all your problems get better. You'll have to go back and still face you and the problem that you ran away from. Happiness is where you find it, and you can always make a choice to be happy, even in your circumstances, even if your circumstances are not exactly what you would like them to be. A common alternative meaning of the horn is an allusion to male sexuality. The modern expression horny is not really modern at all, and it is rooted in deep antiquity. There's a horny energy that I caught. Okay, that makes more sense. Like, what's going on with you? I don't know. I felt it. I told you. Where did this come from? The universe, I guess. I thought it was just me. There is a connection with to the horned animals used for breeding, such as the bull, goat, or ram, but also an allusion to the horn resembles an erect penis. See, it was in the books. It's in the stars. I want an erect penis. I hate you so much, Bobby. Fell out of my chair. You know what he said to me? He said, I don't know why your cards and your gods are always lying to you. God said, I need an erect penis. He said, you're not the guy. I'm going to die. I got to get out of my chair. Why? Because I'm searching for the horned god. Who's the horned god? The man I meet with on Beltane. I'm done. They're preparing me. Who is that? That is the Lord. His name is the Emperor. Is that you? I've never known a fucking Scorpio to be a fucking emperor. Maybe in history. Maybe we need to look up history and see if any Scorpio has ever been an emperor in time. Nope, they're a little too passive in their feelings. They don't take action. Sorry, that couldn't possibly be you. On the other hand, and that's it too. I gave the Cernunnos oil to fucking Brian to anoint him because he's the Taurus, the bull, and he lost it. It's not you either then. It wasn't meant to be. I think it's hilarious because I've been talking about 2 days. I want a hard dick, and here it comes. Not in the form I thought, but at least it makes sense. Confirmation to the bullshit. Part of merriment embodied in this card may be a result of sexual pleasure. See? It wasn't me. It was the gods. See? On page 99. I told you, I'm totally spiritual. Really? Well, just keep that in mind. Write that in your calendar. She's always horny after around Valentine. It happens after Valentine's Day. Really? The date on this is February 19th, but obviously I feel it a couple days sooner. I told you. I was like, are we getting a 10-day energy shift? I feel it. And then I looked in the cards and it was like, no, not till the 19th. Oh, we got some days. It's too late. All right, the week of the whatever, one of the most fortunate weeks of Egyptian calendar means great celebrations. There's the festival of Ptah, a feast of heavens and earth that's going forth ceremonies of Anubis, Neith, and Thoth, as well as the day commemorating the joy of Osiris. Throughout the week of the two banks of Horus and all of Egypt on both sides of the Nile River rejoice. Hey, this is like Mardi Gras in Egypt right now. We should be there. In ancient Egypt, there's no designated period for the rest of the end. What? There's no designated period of the rest of the end of this week that there is in modern times. Instead, each month was peppered with festival days when manual labor was prohibited. Beer, wine, music, dancing, and food were all important parts of the Egyptian parties. Damn, they're tempting us, but we're not supposed to. We start our fast today. Sorry, I'll catch you next time. I'm not fasting. Really? Seriously, though. There are many scenes in tomb art that depict musicians and other forms of entertainment. In some cases, even their gods participating in the drinking. Okay, occasionally, I'll have a sip of tequila with you, but no, I'm not going to do all that. Really? And that was it. Jesus, on his last supper, he turned water to wine. They were probably like, "Why didn't you do this every night?" In ritual work, Sedmet protects anyone who has had an oppressive spell casted against them. Oh, well, they're out to protect you. I don't have. Did somebody try to put some spell work on me? You're stupid. You're a brave little soul. Anyways, spell 251 from the pyramid text proclaims that the horn is the expeller of pain, chastising those who are in darkness. Spell 635 from the coffin affirms that the use of horns to repel sadness and darkness, stating you are acclaimed the horns that keep. I know where the horny energy came from. That's what I'm going to label this. You are acclaimed with the horns that keep the pallid one way. This spell goes to praise the god Ptah and the goddess Neith, whose festivals are celebrated during the week of Semed. Really? It sounds like it's a great week. If you listen to all the cards minus my crying, they were all great cards, which means perfectly it's nothing but holidays for religious holidays all week. Well, this is for 10 days. Really? And that makes sense. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. It's not 10 days of celebration for, the concentration camps that we're part of. We're concentrating on self discipline here. But really, yeah, that's what it was. So we have a lot of high level energy. That's at least for the next 10 days. That's great. We're going to have to overcome, lusty, crusty, want to drink a beer and fuck somebody type energy. Great. A great way to start the fucking Temptation Island here. You believe this shit? I believe it. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna throw one tarot card just because I hate the tarot community. They hate me more. Why? Because I'm better at it. Because I do what they can't. And realistically, you read cards like I can't. I don't read that shit. Where on that card does it say that? Realistically, no. I'm gonna pull out my last cards that we purchased, which was the crows. I teach everybody to get tarot and take the journey one by one. Then you know where you are in your journey because you're just on your own little journey by yourself every day. There might be people, but it's about yours. Where are we at? Oh, we're taking the journey. What's that card, Wolfman? I'm going to say it's strength. And there's the bull they were talking about, or goat, or something. That's a little scary. No, we're not at a King of Swords, but I'd like to be. Let's see. We did the Chariot last, so it has to be strength, right? No, we did the Hermit, the Whale. No, we did. Wait a minute. Is this the Hangman? No, we did Hangman. No, it's Death. Okay, right? Is that what that card is? He's like, I hate you. I hate you too, Tarot Man. You're going to be useless if I ever learn the fucking. You better hope for my ignorance when it comes to the fucking Roman numerals, because that's all you know about tarot that I don't know. And 1 + 2 = 3. And 3 is the card of this. And who gives a shit? Nobody cares. Really? Is that your path to greatness? Sorry. Am I pissing you off? You guys just always fucking sit there and play chess all day? Pretty much. Queen makes all the moves. Moving on. Checkmate. Death. And now he has come, the herald of all endings, the angel of oblivion. I like that guy. Is this what your death card says? Black wings spread above him, blotting out the stars. It is silence between one world and the next. He is time, the great devourer. It serves no purpose to struggle against the door he closes before you. Your task now is to find a new path on page 33. Keywords: closure. Closing the present chapter. Sickness, weakness, fear of change. That's what's wrong with him. He has a sickness and a weakness that stems from a fear of change. The chance for something new to grow out of ashes of old. That's what I posted on my Facebook. Really? Yeah, I took that short that said, burn it, burn it. And I was like, burn it to the ground, and from the ashes we shall rise. Really? Yeah, we're going to destroy this, and if there's anything good, it'll rise from it. If not, just, it's Ash Wednesday. We're in a season of death and new beginnings. Really? Hey, 10 days of death. Somebody might die. Really? It's their time. Let them go. What? You need them? We went back to this. If you can't make it through life on your own, you're never going to make it through life. You came in on your own, you're going to die alone. Nobody's dying with you when you die. Hey, drink the juice. Die with me. I'm too afraid to die. Die with me. Get old with me. I'm too afraid. Dude, go live your life. Just die. Realistically, I'm just saying. I think it's funny. People on their deathbed, I don't want to die. Why do you want to live? They just don't have an answer. None of you have nothing to live for. If I ask you, what are you going to do? Like, what is the next 10, 20 years? Like, what are you here to do with the rest of your life? You have no answer. And that's what I mean. You have no purpose. God has a purpose for you. I just don't know exactly what it is. But it's definitely not what you're doing. Guaranteed. I guarantee that. I mean, maybe he wants you to do what you're doing for the rest of your life, and that is his purpose, is to make you suffer. Perhaps. It's not the God I know. Really? Nah. He's not really about all that. We suffer on our own, and the rest of us love to watch you suffer, but it's not his way. All right, now I got to break my freaking and not eat lunch. I'm going to have to go find me another drinky drink. Really? If you just fill yourself with drinks, you're less likely to be hungry. Don't wait till you're hungry. What are you going to do? I don't know. I did a lot today. All I needed to do was get some paperwork. I got one of my 2 tax forms. Really? The other one, I'm just being a cunt. I'm going to have to give in and pay them. I'm going to have to pay them. Nobody believed me. I went into fucking Target and I told them, what is it? I can't access it. They said that they send you 1 paper copy. And given the address that I gave to fucking, that I put on my application to fucking public storage, I have no idea. Maybe I didn't give him my real address. I would have I don't even know. Bobby asked me my address. I didn't even know it. I have to Google it every time. I don't even know the address here. Really? Mm-mm. Anyway, so they said they sent out a paper one, but if not, you got to go online, and it costs $12. You can get another paper one sent, or you can get a downloadable one for $12. How desperate am I for this? And my problem is, I know what I'll do. I'll pay the $12, and that motherfucker will arrive in the mail after I'm downloading it. Really, I probably shouldn't be rushing it. But at the same time, I feel like I normally have my taxes done by now. Really? I'm supposed to take care of that. That goes back to that reading yesterday. We're supposed to be doing shit we've been putting off. Guess what I'm doing today? Laundry. And it's really small. I separated them. They're 2 small bags. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm going to sit with Mr. Rogers, who always, kindly walks me through this because I hate doing it, and watch some Bob Ross and go smoke out the parking lot. That's all I do there. I do it everywhere. Really? I park right in front of the laundromat. Actually, I park in front of the liquor store right next to the laundromat. People all day are drinking away their problems, and I'm sitting there saging them as they walk by. Then they look over and they see my huge altar in my car and get real freaked out because the smoke touched them. I think they're cursed. God bless you. You were cursed when you came to get liquor in the middle of the day. It's Ash Wednesday, not Thirsty Thursday. I don't judge you. Really? No. You need $1? I got 5 on it. Just blow your life away. Fuck it. It's so much easier to be a drunk and a drug addict. So much easier to beat your kids than teach your kids. So much easier to give up on love than it is to love someone. So much easier to be hateful than it is to be kind. I see where you're coming from. Me personally, God makes me go the other way. So if you want to come with me and have a better life, fine. If not, I totally wish I could be like you, but I got to be better than you. Laters, haters. Oh, I'd love to do cocaine on the weekend, but maybe not. God says that's not a good look for me. It doesn't look good if I'm out here, popping bottles and hanging out with strippers and shit. He believes that you're better than this, and that you don't need to sell your body for such things. Everybody, I want to see that cool thing that you do. Do you know that strippers, they ride a pole, but that has to go back to ancient pagan beliefs, which was the Shiva poles. They don't know it, but this actually was a religious act. Really? Mm-hmm. These poles were like myself, not a pole dancer. I mean, I was. I want to welcome all your broke asses to the Players Club. Just kidding. They were poles that were set up just like antennas that we are, that you could set into sacred sites, and they would access the energy, and you could do the dance around the pole to get the energy. Same thing that us witches do around the fire. Realistically, we dance around it, and that's what dance is. You never feel better in your life till you're dancing. When's the last time you guys got fucked up enough to hit the dance floor? That's what's sad. You have to put in a good, you know what I mean, a good $30 worth of liquor before you have a good time. I will sit there in my car and rock it. You don't know what I'm doing. And I am dancing the shit out of it. Really? Fucking seriously. And that's true joy. That's why they tell you to sing music and, you know what I mean, at church to get your spirits up. So, that's what that was. Strippers are actually performing an ancient ritual to the goddess, or to the goddess Ashira, which is the goddess of amongst all gods. Really? Am I Ashira? No, I didn't give birth to none of this shit. I was barren, remember? That's why God said, don't be riding nobody's dick that you don't have a baby with. Good point. Good point. I may have forgotten that lesson a long time ago. I knew that lesson last time I was having sex. I had to be reminded about that. Really? You don't want to test his lessons. Really? You're like, no, you can use a condom. You want to test God? You think God's not between me and him and that little piece of plastic? God's not playing around about his lessons, bro. If he tells you once, that should be enough. You don't want to end up like, oh, God told me not to fuck you. Now I'm fucked. Be careful. There's a horny energy out there. Listen to God when it comes to that horny energy. I love you guys. Laters. Bye.